Alrighty guys, welcome back to the channel today. Today's video, I'm pretty excited. Today marks my 100th video. You're watching the 100th video that I've created on my channel, so I'm sort of celebrating today. It's sort of a milestone that one of my goals was to get 100 videos up on the channel. So sort of a celebration today. This is the 100th video you're watching, and I got a special video for you today. But also I'm celebrating too a little bit, drinking a little bit of glass of beer here. So pardon me if you see me drink a little beer, and hopefully I don't say as many uhs as I used to. You know, I usually do. I say a lot, and I'm trying to work on that, I promise. But it just it's tough to do. It's just part of my makeup to say the word It's like a break in between sentences or something. But anyways, just a second here. Anyways, for today's video, I'm going to do a Shotcut video editor. It's the free video editor. I'm going to do a tutorial with you on that, so to show you how you can blur things out, such as if you want to blur out maybe a password or a email address or something like that. Anything like on a form or something that you fill out on the web in your videos, and you're doing a video about logging into a certain membership site or something like that, and you want to blur out your information, your personal information, so people don't see that. So I'm going to do a tutorial with you today, and the neat thing about this one, I know there's a lot of tutorials out there of people that do these videos. There's a lot of blur out tutorials for Shotcut I've noticed on YouTube, but I don't know if anybody's done one like I'm going to do for you guys today. It's going to be a live video. You're actually going to be with me through the whole process. We're going to create the video, and we're going to edit it in Shotcut and blur out the area that we want to blur out in Shotcut. Okay, so stick around. We'll be right back here in just a few minutes, and we'll get right on with this 100th video. Okay, be right back in a few seconds. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Kevin, and I'm with freedommotivator.com. And and if this is your first time here today, and or you've been here before and you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, this is my 100th video today. So it's a little bit of a celebration here on this today, my 100th video on the channel here. So if you haven't subscribed yet, just reach down there below and hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to click that bell and get notified when we upload new videos. Okay. All right. So also, one thing I want to do is to mention to you guys too is I want to tell all you guys I was really shocked when today I got my 80th subscriber to the channel. I really didn't think that I'd get that many when I started this 10 months ago. I started this journey, and I really only thought that I'd get about 10 people to subscribe on my channel. I didn't think that many at all, and there's 80 of you guys on here now that have subscribed, and I just want to tell you how grateful I am to you for subscribing to the channel, and I hope you get a lot of value out of the videos, and they help you. The main thing about this is that this channel helps you mostly to make money so that you can improve and better your life. Okay, so that's what this is about, and I'm so grateful for your subscription to the channel, and I appreciate that. And if you're new and you're watching this video for the first time, just reach down there and hit subscribe, and click the bell, and get notified so when we upload new videos, which we do fairly regularly here. So yeah, like I was saying, this is the 100th video, and it's taken me 10 months to do this, to get to this point, and that's about an average of a video about every 2 to 3 days, somewhere in that range, about every 2 to 3 days. Over the whole last 10 months, and I just pretty much made a commitment that I was going to do that and get that accomplished, and today is the day. All right, guys, so the next goal is 200. We're going to shoot for 200, and maybe we'll get lucky and double the subscribers and make it 160 or something like that. Okay, here in this next year or 10 months or however long it takes. But all right, well, let's go ahead and get in with the content of today's video. Like I said, I'm going to do a completely live video with you, starting right here from the very beginning. You see the screen there is nothing there. We're going to create this right from the beginning. I don't know that many other channels are doing this in the way where they show you right from the very beginning, but usually they'll of the videos that I've watched, they already have the clip and it's already loaded up in Shotcut, and they're doing whatever they're doing to show you whatever it is they're going to show you about what to do in Shotcut. Shotcut is the free video editor. It's very good. It's powerful. It's just amazing, actually. And I'm going to say it again. I said this before, and if you've watched my other video when I first introduced Shotcut to the channel, I'm amazed that they don't charge for this, really, because it's so good, and it's just a very good video editor program for your YouTube videos or Vimeo, whatever videos you're making, even for offline too, I suppose. It's very good. So I'm amazed they don't charge for it, actually. But okay, well, let's go ahead and get started on this. What we're going to do is we're going to do a blur. I'm going to show you how to do a blur and blur out certain objects in your, when you edit your videos. Okay. All right. Anyway, so starting from the beginning here, and by the way, welcome to this live video. We're going to create the video clip live, and we're going to edit it live also right here in this one video. Okay. All right. So what we're doing is I'm going to come down here and open this up, the web browser here, and I use Opera web browser, as you guys, most of you guys probably know that. What we're going to do is we're going to go to, I'm going to use my website as an example because of it has what in it what I want to show you, and it's easy since I already know it, right? So we'll go to my website, and as I scroll up here, I'm going to go to what I want to do is show you how to blur out an email address only on a site. For example, if you were on, for example, Amazon or eBay or something, and you wanted to blur out your email address and your password, if it was showing, most passwords don't, they show up in dots, but mainly like email, for example, you want to block that out. So we're going to show you how to do that today, how to blur out a email address. So right now, we're creating this live video. So we'll go to my website, and I'm going to click on the Contact Me link right here on my website, and it brings up our form here, and you can see the email address block right here. What we're going to do is we're going to blur out this whole block right here with the email address in it, and we're going to leave the email dark, and the comment and or message area, all the rest of it will be just as you see it right now. Okay, so pardon me just a moment, I'm going to wet the throat here a little bit. All right, now, so what I'm going to do is just simply click on this, and one of my email addresses, I have many email addresses that I use in my business and stuff, and this is the one. We'll just take it right here. So we enter that in, and pretty much this is all we need for this segment of our live video. So what we'll do is I'll just go ahead and save this portion of the video, and then what we'll do is we'll bring this up into Shotcut video editor, so you can I can show you how we're going to blur this email address out. Okay. All right. So first thing, what we're going to do is we're going to save this video right here. Okay. So now that we've saved our video, what we're going to do is we're going to bring it up into the Shotcut video editor right here. Okay. So what I'm going to do is come down here to the bottom left here. You see right here this icon. That's the Shotcut icon. Just click on it, and we'll open up Shotcut, and we'll bring our video that we created right up here into Shotcut. So what I'm going to do is come up here and click on Open File. That brings up Windows File Explorer, and it works the same on Mac. If you have a Macintosh computer or Windows, it doesn't matter. It works the same. And we go into where we saved the video at, and then we scroll down to it, and we're going to open that video up in editor. It's this one right here. Okay, so we'll bring that up, and it's going to start playing right away, so we'll just stop it from playing. Now, we don't see the file, but like I said in an earlier video, it loads it into memory. It loads into a buffer memory. So We just know that it's there, just only, I guess, because it shows here. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring the video clip down on the timeline down here. And the way we do that is we click on right here where it says append to the current track. So if I click that, it'll load up the video. And there's our clip right there. Now, we can start the video. And it picks up, and you see.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel.
You can see where it
my name is Kevin, and I'm with
starts, and that's what we recorded, right?
And
all right, so there's no sense to watching all that again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it down here about to where our email shows up at. In fact, I know it's down here towards the end, so I'm going to bring it up. The way you do it, you can bring the playhead. That line is the playhead. If you click anywhere on the timeline right here, it'll bring the playhead right there, which is this black line you see right here. That's the playhead. All right, so we're at the point where we see the email address on my website again, right? And there I go with the uhs again. All right, I really apologize for that, guys. But anyways, all right, so what we'll do is we'll just click play here, and we'll let it go up to the point of just before the email address shows up in the email address block right here. Okay, so if we click the play button here,
you see it right now. Okay, so pardon me just a moment, I'm going to wet the throat here a little bit.
Yeah, we can go a little farther than that. We'll have to watch all that. So up there, see the email address there. So we want to come back to where it's not in there. We want to start it just before we put the email address in there. So we click the timeline, and we can bring our playhead back. And there we go. So let's see if we can, how close we can get to it.
What I'm going to do is just simply click on this, and one of my email addresses I have met.
Actually, we'll back that up just before we do that. And actually, yeah, you can see the video right, or I mean the email address right there. So I don't know if let's see, maybe we'll come back just a little bit farther. If I click the little, there we go. All right, so let's start right there. Just say we want to blur that all out so nobody can see it. Okay, so, all right, now, the way you do blur, and there's a special order that this has to be done in, okay, and I'll show you here in just a second. The way you do blur is you need to add a filter into it, okay? The filter up here, you click on filters here, or you can access it from the settings here too. Actually, view, that's in the view. Click on view and you see filters is here too. So you click on that and it opens this up. Now, what we need to do first, before we start working with our filters, we want to select the track. As you see now, it's not, I don't think it's selected. Isn't like I'm colorblind, I can't really see it. That looks like red, but it doesn't matter. If you click on it, it'll select it, okay? And what we want to do is we want to split the video right here before we start the blur, so that the blur starts when we bring up the email address, right? All right, so all I'm going to do is come over here to the split tool with the razor tool right here, and it says split at the playhead. So I'm just going to click that, and it splits it, as you see right there, okay? So then we can just leave the playhead right there where it's at, and it will pick up from there. And anything from the playhead on to the right is going to be, the email should be blurred out. That's what we're going to try to do. Now, we have our filter box open up here on the left up here by clicking either filters right here or going to view and clicking filters here. All right, so what we need to do now is we need to click the plus sign. So we want to add a filter in there. So we click the plus sign. Now you've got several under favorite here. None of these are my favorites. These were all put in. I'm assuming these are all the most used tools in filters, and that's why they're put under the favorite here. You have them for audio. There's a bunch of those different things you can do with the audio in your video clip. And then what we want is the video. All right, so now there's a special order. There's 3 tools that we're going to use, 3 filters in this that we're going to use here. Okay, one and I'm going to do it in order that needs to be in. And I'm telling you, it has to be in this order, or else it's not going to work right. I've tried it in in the other order, and it just is not working right. Okay. All right. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to put our I'm going to put in what's called mask. I've got it written down over here. It's called mask simple shape. So this is all alphabetical order, of course. So we scroll down to the M's, and we see right here mask simple shape. So we click on that, and that puts it in there in our box. Okay. And then there's another. We need two more tools or filters. The next one, of course, is blur. So we come down again, click the plus sign because we want to add a filter. And then we want to come down right here is blur, B-L-U-R. We'll click that, and that puts it in underneath. And then there's one other tool, and that's the mask apply tool or filter. So we'll scroll down to the letter M. We see the mask apply filter right here. So we'll click on that and use that too. Now, okay, so already we can tell that the filter, the blur is already applied. Now, I don't think I can get this any bigger for you guys to see. It's at the largest point it'll be right now, but you can tell, you can see it just a little bit, and it's currently under the rectangular shape, which I'll show you here in just a moment. But if you look real close, see the box, for example, the comment and message box here. It's as clear as you normally see it on the website right there. But if you look out here to the edge, it starts to blur a little bit right here. And it's blurred out through here, right out to about right, looks like about right there, somewhere around right there. It's a blur, and then it starts to get clear again over here toward the corner, right? See that? Now, and it's the same down here. And it's blurred, it gets blurred, starts getting blurry. Well, actually, it looks like about right in here somewhere, and then it's blurry all the way over till it gets a little clear at this point again right here. So it's actually in a shape about starting right about right here. If you look real close, you can see it's a little bit thick lines there to the right of the arrow, and then it comes all the way over to about here. I'm about right in here. And then right here, I was wrong. It's clear back to here, but it's right here. You can just barely see it. It's in a rectangular shape, something like that. So it's there. Now, what we want to do is we want to move it up so and it covers we just want to cover the email box right here, but yet leave the name email and the name comment message still clear like you see it now. All right, so what I'm going to do is click on the mask and simple shape tool or filter right here. Click on that, and then you see down here that it gives us several tools within the filter to work with. Now, it's going to be tough to see this. I know it's hard to see this because of the white background. If this were a dark background, it probably would show up a little bit better. Now, we can make it show up a little bit better by the softness button or bar thing here. And if you grab that and slide it all the way back, that is the like opacity, you know, when you add or decrease the opacity of something. It's the same situation here. We have just darkened this up a little bit. You can see the blurred lines a little bit better here. It starts right around the star after comment or message there, and then down here at the bottom, and it comes over to here, about right here, and then up to there. So it's in a rectangular shape, the blurriest right there. And anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to take these tools and try to move this up and cover it over this right here. Now, what we want to do is bring it up. So what I'm going to do is go with the width, because there's a line. We can get sort of a guideline right here on the left side of the screen. Right here, there'll be sort of a guideline come up, and actually it's going to show up down here because it's out to the right of this right here. So that's what I'm going to try to work with right now. And I think if I bring the width down and the height down, it clears everything up, and then the height back, and it starts to get down in here into the words down here, if you notice, okay, as I stretch the height of it out. And it goes by percent over here. These buttons are the default settings, which you saw when we first loaded it up, okay? And then these buttons right here are for keyframes. if you want to use keyframes, which is another tool that I'm not quite familiar with yet. As I get familiar with that, I'll may do a video in the future on that too. So look out for that. Okay, and anyway, so what we want to do is we want to try to get, there's a guideline that we can get here, and I'm going to try to get that up to show up here, if possible. So I've got the vertical and the height. I'm going to bring the horizontal out a little bit, and then the vertical out a little bit here. If I can see where it's at. I need to come out a little farther so I can see where our thing is at. See, it's really hard to see because of the white background. I need to bring the width out just a little bit. And then to find the blur. And there it is right there. So if I pull it and then it clears, I think, I'm not sure here. But we've got to find it. That's what we're doing. I'm trying to find it here. I think I'm going to go ahead and set it back, these back to defaults right now. The rotation one we won't work with because that we're not trying to rotate anything on here, any kind of blurriness or nothing like that. We're setting the operation is it's a rectangle right now. As you can see, there it is at the defaults. It's back right there in that block, right in there. So it's in a rectangular shape. Now you can choose ellipse, triangle, and diamond shape, but we're going to leave it at the rectangular because that's what this bar is, right? The email bar. So now we're going to play with the horizontal here, and the horizontal moves it to the right or left. I want to move it back. If it'll come back, it's going forward. I think, whoops, I got to get a hold of it here first. There we go. I wanted to move it back. So you see it covers the comment and message. See how it grays that out or blurs that out? So if we come back too far, there's our line. That's what I was looking for right there. Now, that you see the guideline showed up over here on the left, right there by the edge, that guideline, that shows you the position of where the blur is at in relation if you could draw a straight line out from each one of these points at the upper or lower part. So we're going to, if we drag this out, the horizontal, and then it covers, I'm trying to get that, there we go. The vertical, I'm going to bring up a little bit. And then our width, we're going to stretch our width out. You see the width is starting to blur out the words here. We'll stretch the width out so it covers at least a little bit past the email. If you notice the emails, I'm moving it back and forth here. The email bar is getting clear at this end right here and blurry with the width. So it's clear, now it's blurry. So I'm going to stretch it out just a little bit past the email block there, so I know that I'm pretty sure that it's covered. We know that it's covered, right? All right, now, so it's also covering up the name block a little bit right here. It's blurring that out at the bottom of the name. But we want to narrow it down to where it's just on the email alone. All right, so coming back with our tools over here on the left, we're going to work with our height now. And the height of it, if we go too high, you see it blurs out the word name. But we're going to bring it back and make the height just a little bit. As you can see, it's blurring out the word email. And then we want to bring it just back to where the email is not blurred, about right. Get it just right, about right there. That email looks to be pretty clear there. So right now we see we have the email box blocked out or gray or blurred out at this point now, but we're still blurring out down here on the comment and message words. We want them to be clear. We want the words to be clear, but the email box to be blurred, right? So let's come out. I'm going to come out here with the height, and you can see the height works that line there at the column on the left. So I'm going to narrow it down. See how the line on the left here got narrow. And just imagine that it's straight out from the edges of that line. So we want to make sure with our vertical that we're blurring out only the email box. And I think that, whoops, I had it. right there. So you see we got our email box blurred out, and the word email is still clear, and the word comment and message is still clear. And you do that by messing with the height, width, vertical, and horizontal. Now let's make it darker so it blurs it out at the most that it will. And you do that by the softness here, which is, like I told you earlier, opacity. Something to do with just basically like opacity. Clear and dark, or transparent and visible, that kind of thing. So I'm going to bring it all the way back to where it's completely to 0.00% here. And that pretty well blocks out that email. It blurs out that whole box. Now, really, because the horizontal, you know, it's actually sticking out to about right in here somewhere, right out to here, this far. But we got that blurred out. Now, since we got it the way we want it, if we play the video, it's going to, you'll see that when the email shows up there, it'll be blurred out. Okay, so let's go ahead and play the video. Actually, we'll start it back here and let it go right into it as we load it up so we can see it better, okay? All right, so we're starting it back here, and I'm going to click play here, and you'll see it. It should blur out the email box, and with the email.
What I'm going to do is just simply click on this, and one of my email addresses, I have many email addresses that I use in my business and stuff. And this is the one, we'll just take it right here. So we enter that in.
And you see it's blurred out.
This is all we need for this.
I'm going to go ahead and mute the sound here right now. But yeah, you see the email is blurred out there. And yet the word email is still clear, and the comment and message words are still clear too. So we've got the area blurred out that we wanted to blur out. All right. All right, guys, that's pretty much what I wanted to show you today. How to do that in Shotcut, how to edit that out. Make sure that you put these in the right order. It's mask, simple shape first at the top. That's the one you choose first, then blur, and then mask apply. If you do it in any other order, I've already tried it. It doesn't work. It actually blurs out the whole screen. And then it's just, you can't control it. This is the way it works in that order. That's a divine order, so to speak, okay? All right. All righty, guys. I hope you liked this video. Thanks for coming and watching my 100th video on the channel today. Thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate you guys. It's just been an amazing trip to this point, and there's only greater things to come, right? We're shooting for 200 next. So, guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video also, and click the bell and get notified. And I'll see you again here in a couple days on the 101st video, and we'll get started on number 2 on our 200 stretch now, okay? Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for coming. Have an awesome day today. Have a great day. I'll see you in a couple days. Bye-bye now.